Can you feel the pulse of desperation, the relentless pursuit of greatness, thrumming through the very core of a championship contender? What if, even after making a significant move to shore up a critical weakness, a team still feels the gnawing hunger for more, understanding that their window for glory demands an all-in approach? The San Francisco 49ers, a franchise steeped in a rich history of excellence, are staring down the barrel of the NFL trade deadline, and the message echoing from their war room is crystal clear. They are not done yet. The football world collectively gasped when the news broke. Nick Bosa, the reigning Defensive Player of the Year, the relentless engine of the 49ers' formidable pass rush, was out for the season. It was a gut punch, a devastating blow that threatened to derail a Super Bowl-caliber defense. How do you replace the irreplaceable? How do you fill a void left by a player who consistently commands double teams, disrupts offensive schemes, and changes the entire complexion of a game? For a team sitting at a respectable, yet precarious 5-3 record, and finding themselves near the bottom of the league in sacks, the urgency to address this gaping hole was immediate and undeniable. General Manager John Lynch and head coach Kyle Shanahan, architects of this modern-day dynasty, wasted no time. They moved with characteristic swiftness, executing a trade that brought in Keion White from the New England Patriots for a late pick swap. White, a player who had flashed immense potential with 5 sacks in 2024 and boasted a strong pressure grade, represents the first swing at mitigating the Bosa loss. The hope, the fervent belief within the 49ers organization, is that a change of scenery and new system and the opportunity to play alongside other elite talents will unlock that dominant version of White once again. This wasn't a blockbuster, but a calculated, strategic move to inject much-needed talent into a unit suddenly facing an existential crisis. It was a testament to their next-man-up philosophy, but also a stark acknowledgement of the immense challenge ahead. However, if you thought the acquisition of Keion White signaled the end of the 49ers' deadline activity, think again. According to a recent, highly insightful report from ESPN, the 49ers are far from finished. The intel suggests that the team needs help at every single level of the defense, a stark admission for a unit that has long been considered one of the league's elite. This isn't a team content to rest on its laurels or simply hope for the best. This is a franchise acutely aware of its championship window, a precious, fleeting opportunity that demands every possible resource be deployed. With several core veterans anchoring the roster, the time to strike, to push all the chips into the center of the table, is now. The reality is that there's no single player, no magic bullet, that can truly replace the singular impact of a Nick Bosa or a Fred Warner. These are generational talents, foundational pieces around whom entire defensive schemes are built. Therefore, the 49ers' approach isn't about finding another superstar. It's about strategic reinforcement, about layering depth moves that collectively elevate the unit's performance. ESPN sources indicate that San Francisco has been calling around about pass rush help and is fully expected to do something beyond what they've already done. This isn't just a casual inquiry. It's a focused, aggressive pursuit of talent. A clear signal that they are leaving no stone unturned in their quest to maintain their defensive dominance. The specific areas of focus are telling. Beyond another complementary rusher to pair with White and the existing defensive line, the 49ers are reportedly eyeing a coverage-capable linebacker and a rotational corner. These aren't the glamorous positions that grab headlines, but they are absolutely vital to a defense that relies on versatility, speed, and the ability to shut down opponents at every level. A coverage-capable linebacker would provide crucial support against tight ends and running backs in the passing game, an area where even the best defenses can be exploited. A rotational corner would offer much-needed depth and flexibility in the secondary, allowing the coaching staff to match up against different offensive schemes and provide fresh legs throughout a grueling game. These are the nuanced, strategic additions that can turn a good defense into a great one, especially when facing the relentless pressure of a playoff push. This aggressive, window-oriented approach is deeply ingrained in the philosophy of John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan. They have a well-established history of being incredibly active at the trade deadline, unafraid to make bold moves to acquire players they believe can push them over the top. Think back to previous seasons where they've made impactful in-season acquisitions, demonstrating a clear willingness to sacrifice future draft capital for immediate, tangible improvements. This isn't a front office that sits idly by. It's one that constantly evaluates, adapts, and acts decisively. Their current roster math, with its blend of high-priced stars and developing talent, strongly suggests that layered depth moves, rather than a single earth-shattering blockbuster, are the most logical and effective path forward. Crucially, this aggressive strategy is also cap-aware. The 49ers aren't simply throwing money around, they're looking for low-cost, high-upside acquisitions. This means targeting players on expiring deals or those who are underused and undervalued on their current teams. This approach allows San Francisco to preserve future cap flexibility, a vital consideration for a team with several high-priced veterans, while simultaneously propping up a battered unit in the present. It's a delicate balancing act, but one that Lynch and Shanahan have mastered. This dovetails perfectly with their recent in-season tinkering on special teams and the back end of the roster, where they've consistently sought out players who can contribute immediately without breaking the bank. The reality is that short fields and increased time of possession, often a consequence of defensive struggles, have amplified the strain on the 49ers defense, making these targeted, cost-effective reinforcements even more critical. To put the 49ers' urgency into perspective, it's worth briefly glancing at the broader trade landscape. ESPN's Insider Roundtable also noted that the Pittsburgh Steelers, after trading for Patriots safety Kyle Duggar, remain aggressive and are still combing the receiver market, potentially pivoting to a speed option like Rashid Shaheed if a Jacoby Myers deal doesn't materialize. The Jets were also framed as another logical buyer, given their own aspirations. However, the report consistently circled back to San Francisco as the team most likely to make an additional move. Why? Because of their unique combination of pressing need, undeniable urgency, and a well-established precedent for deadline activity. This isn't just speculation. It's an informed assessment of a team that is clearly signaling its intentions to the rest of the league. The potential impact of these additional moves cannot be overstated. If the 49ers can successfully pair Keion White with another situational edge rusher or a crucial coverage piece, the defense's floor rises significantly. This isn't about becoming the Bosa-led unit of old overnight, but about ensuring a consistent level of performance, mitigating big plays, and generating enough pressure to disrupt opposing quarterbacks. And this elevation in defensive performance in November is precisely when Kyle Shanahan's teams typically surge. His meticulously crafted offensive schemes often hit their stride in the latter half of the season, and a stabilized, reinforced defense would provide the perfect complement, creating a truly formidable force heading into the playoffs. Beyond the trade market, the 49ers are also employing a multi-pronged approach to depth. Just this past Tuesday, they supplemented their roster by adding 2 former first-rounders to their practice squad amidst injuries: Edge Rusher Keion White, returning for a second stint, and offensive tackle Andre Dillard. These are what many would call flyer bets, but they represent familiar profiles for a coaching staff that has consistently squeezed real snaps and significant contributions from reclamation projects in the past. It's a testament to their player development and their ability to identify talent that might be overlooked elsewhere. These practice squad additions, while not as flashy as a trade, demonstrate a holistic commitment to building depth and ensuring that every position has capable backups ready to step in when called upon. The NFL trade deadline is a crucible, a moment of truth that separates the contenders from the pretenders. For the San Francisco 49ers, it's an opportunity to reaffirm their unwavering commitment to their championship window, to demonstrate their belief in this current iteration of the team. The loss of Nick Bosa was a seismic event, but the response from Lynch and Shanahan has been nothing short of aggressive and strategic. They are not just patching holes. They are meticulously rebuilding and reinforcing their defense, piece by calculated piece. The acquisition of Keion White was just the beginning. As the clock ticks down to the deadline, the football world watches with bated breath, eager to see what other moves this determined franchise will make to solidify its claim as a legitimate Super Bowl threat. The stakes are incredibly high, the pressure is immense, but the 49ers are clearly ready to meet the challenge head-on. What are your predictions for the 49ers at the trade deadline? Which players do you think they should target, and what kind of impact do you believe these moves will have on their Super Bowl aspirations? Share your insights and opinions in the comments below. And if you're as gripped by the drama of the NFL trade deadline as we are, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for all the breaking news and in-depth analysis.